Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And kindly permit me to adopt the protocol so ably established by the director here in St. Kitts. The Nevis Island Administration would like to thank the Embassy in Taiwan for its generous gifts. I can recall it was around a round-table discussion that I first heard the possibility of getting some farm machinery. And then when we came to St. Kitts to look at the demonstration that took place there, we were quite pleased with what we saw. However, one of the questions that came to mind, would it work on Nevis? In comparison to St. Kitts, we have very small acreage. I heard Mr. Stanley talking about large acreages. I've worked down here, so I know sometimes you have 10 acres. Our farmers up there have quarter acre, ranging up to about 7 acres. We are now getting involved in quite a bit into backyard farming. And these machines would really be an access to our small farmers. For trying to maneuver a large tractor within a quarter acre or even less than a quarter acre is very difficult. And these machines would really help us to have better control of our tillage and farming operations. One of the questions that did come to mind that we did mention to the ambassador at that time is to put it to the test in Nevis, because over there our soils are heavy clays.
We can have a proper tillage, proper land prep, a proper timing of the land prep with reference to putting in our seedlings and getting good production from our food. I would like to thank the Embassy for the effort they made in allowing us to get these at a price that are affordable to us. And what I could say, the farmers that I know who are interested in these machines, I could assure you that they will be taken care of, even though I know that these machines are very strong, they are very durable. Once we take care of them, the only problem I know we might have with a machine like this is the stone problem within the soil. I would like to advise at this point all farmers who are getting one to see that we clear the soil of any large obstacle before we use the machine. The director was mentioning earlier that the machine can be used for weeding. I have proven this. It's just a matter of proper spacing within the farming, and this will enable us to cut back on the labor cost of the weeding and also cut back on chemicals with the weeding and use more mechanical weeding within our operation. Once again, I'd like to say thanks to the Embassy and all the members of the staff who are assisting us and for their support that they're giving us over the years. And again, I can assure that these machines will be put to proper use and they would in time show a rise in production in vegetables in our community in St. Kitts and whole and Nevis, and it will be seen by all over. I'd like to say once again thanks and show appreciation from the farmers to the Embassy of Taiwan. Thank you.
And assistance that has become the feature of our deepening relationship with the people and government of the Republic of China, Taiwan. It is a relationship that has been long and growing. And it is a relationship that in fact preceded our efforts at diplomatic ties. Because in fact, diplomatic relations were established on the 23rd of September 1983, 4 days after independence. But our efforts and activities commenced in 1981. And it started where it ought to have commenced, through cooperation in agriculture, through your agricultural technical mission. And so for some 29 years, this partnership between agriculture and the government and people of Taiwan, the partnership has been expanding and has brought benefits to all areas of agricultural cooperation. Training, financial support. I recall many years we established with one of your predecessors, Ambassador Catherine Chang, an agricultural small farmers assistance fund with the Development Bank, and we started it with $100,000 US. We are still in need of some initiatives such as that one. But today the focus largely is on technology and how critically important that is if we are indeed to meet the objectives which we have set ourselves to move forward in our efforts at food security. Because with technology should come production, and Farmer Weeks made reference to that. But equally important must come improved productivity. So that with the technology and its appropriate
we Taiwanese have an old saying, goes like this: if you want to have a fine sculpture, you have to sharpen your tools. And these small and medium size of agricultural machinery compared to your traditional tractors tools have been sharpened and put ready for you to utilize. I remember last year in October, immediately after the rainy season, Prime Minister Douglas told me, he said that, Ambassador, we have many farmers, they are staying in queue, waiting for the big tractors and see what can we bring small other machines from Taiwan. And then immediately after the new government was formed in January, in a discussion with Minister Harris, we decided to introduce those power tillers and excavators to our farmers. As Director Stanley have just said, those machines
under the normal customs. Usually, if people working very, very hard, maybe they can say 2.5 or 3 acres. It depends. Yes.
And you can sit on it to miles?
Yes, usually if you want to have a distance, we don't recommend this one run on the highway, okay. But if you want to move for a little bit distance, or as director say you can rent to the people, you want to have over to another side, you can change your wheel to this one and put the seat, so you can sit and drive. Oh. But don't carry anybody. Just for your move to the other farm, then you can change to the wheel in the back.
Not during the operation?
No, not recommend, for safety reason. Yeah, for safety reason, yes. And that's a cultivator, it's good for the magnet.
good for backyard gardening.
Yes, this is good for backyard gardening, or you can good for the seed bed making, or some of the few beds only. And a very specialized. If you change a good blade, you can find there a lot of kind of blade. Some of the blades, they're good design, not for lose the soil, but open the bed, so they can open the ditch, banker.
Oh, bank.